It's been a little over a year since we finished up Project 55. Now, if you remember, when we were building this car, our goal was to get it done for Mustang Week, which gave us a very, very tight schedule. Now, when putting this car together, I'm not going to say we cut any corners, but there are a few things I would have liked to have done that I simply didn't do because of time. One thing was the power window motors. Now, they're original to the car, and they only last so long, but they were working fine, so I'm like, you know what, I'll leave them alone, they'll be good to go. Well, sure enough, the very first event I took it to at Foxtoberfest, the passenger side power window motor stopped working. So thankfully, the good old smack to the door panel got the window up so it was safe, but since then I've been meaning to replace it, so now we're going to replace the power window motor on our passenger side. So begin the installation by removing the door panel. Now, you definitely want the glass up if possible. It is possible to do it with it down, but do everything you can do to get it up. I mean, help it by hand if you have to. Like I said, smack the door panel where the motor is. Usually you can get it to go up one more time. Having it up will make it a lot easier to do the installation. Start by removing the trim panel at the top here. Move our door cup. Move the screw for the speaker grill. Now we'll remove the screws for our armrest. I'll remove the switch. Now I'll try to get these covers off so we get the bolts behind them. Now we can remove the two bolts. Lift up, pop the armrest off. Now we can remove the door panel by removing the clips. Clips off, now we can lift up, remove the door panel. Now you want to remove your speaker, whether it be factory or aftermarket. Now we're going to peel back the plastic here, if you still have it. A lot of you probably don't. The first thing we're going to do here is disconnect the plug. Sort of fish that down out of there. The base of the motor is right behind this panel here. If you look over the top, you can sort of see it. But there's 3 screws holding it in. You got one down here, one in the front, and the other one is up top. Before we remove the motor now, the regulator is sprung, so it holds the glass up. Just to be careful though. I'm gonna put a little tape on here. Now reach up from the bottom here. Grab the motor, pop it free. And remove it. Here's our original motor to our car, then our replacement motor. And you can see if you look, the mounting holes for the screws are not threaded on the new motor. That's because they actually weren't that way from the factory. The screws will be self-tapping, so you want to actually thread these in before you put the motor in the car. Okay, we're going to fish our new motor up into place. And you'll feel it pop into place. You may have to twist it a little bit to get it to pop into the gear. I'm going to fish the plug up. Plug it in. Okay, with everything attached, now we can remove the tape. Okay, now we're going to check it. Okay, everything's good. Now we can put everything back together. The power window motor swap can seem like an intimidating install to do, but honestly, they're not that bad. Just give yourself about an hour to an hour and a half or so, and you'll be back on the road in no time.